Hello everybody, my name is ActionPacked and I'm back here giving you guys my first impressions of the Titanfall beta. This isn't the official game, it's just the beta, so there are still things that they can improve on, so keep that noted. But right now I'd have to say for a beta, 9 out of 10 is probably where I would land my final decision on this, and you'll see why when I finally get through this entire video. But I want to point out the good things first because it is definitely a good beta, and it definitely revolutionizes how you play a first-person shooter. And why I say this is because 1, it has parkour, 2, it has Titans, and 3, the overall gameplay, the speed, and the AIs added in make everything very, very fast-paced. Once you get into combat, like the very first point of contact, right after that, the whole game, it just feels like everything's going really fast. I mean, I was even telling my grandma this morning, like right when I came out for lunch, and all of a sudden I just start like getting all jittery and I can't like hold anything. I'm just like, what the heck's going on? And then my grandma's just like, you know, why are you shaking so much? And I'm just like, well, I was just playing this very fast-paced game. And yeah, it is definitely fast-paced, I can give you that. So I mean, I got legitimate proof. I was playing it for 3 hours, got off the controller, and then I tried picking up a glass of OJ and I actually could not hold the cup because I was so jittery and my hand was shaking too much. I just went for a little walk and I came back and I was fine. But the gameplay is literally just so actively driven, and what I mean by that is even from the very beginning of the game they have you doing some sort of movement. You're just coming out of this aircraft right after you choose your class, do what you need to do. You just get right onto the battlefield and you start running. I mean, they keep you moving, and if you don't move, then you're really not a part of the game. You're not doing anything contributing to the team. If you're trying to camp, you're bound to be killed at some point. It's really an anti-camping sort of game, so it's got a big difference from Call of Duty. And having all these different things going on, you know, these Titans stomping around, you got rockets flying past you. When you're in a Titan, you're constantly being shot at. It's very active driven. There's lots of movement. If you don't keep moving, you're really just, you're either dead or you're not even part of the game, is kind of how I say it. But you know, that's just my opinion, that last part. It is definitely a very, very active game. It has a lot of movement to it, and it really gets your adrenaline going. And as you guys can tell, I mean, from that experience I told you earlier today that I had, it is definitely something I haven't had in a while like that. I mean, I used to play zombies back in the day. I'd play it for hours on end, and then all of a sudden, you know, I get off the controller and I'm walking like a drunk man. And now I'm kind of having that same experience with Titanfall just for my first time playing the game. I think that's absolutely awesome. At least everyone who enjoys FPS shooters needs to get their hands on this beta while it's still out there. I know it's a closed beta, so you guys have to register as soon as you possibly can. There is a link in the description down below so you can enter that. But after a couple days of this video being out, you probably won't be able to enter, but at least try to if you still can. I mean, just click on the link. If you're able to register, you can. If it says, you know, the beta's over, well, then you can't do it. But you know, just at least try to get in, because if you do get a code, it's absolutely free to just put it in and play it, go into the training mode, and then hop in a you know, public match and then just completely dominate. It's absolutely fun. It's something everyone needs to try, as I said. But getting back into the impressions of the game, what do I not like about it, besides, you know, everything I do like about it? Why I gave it a 9 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10 is because one simple little thing, one simple little bug. And just remember, bugs are able to be fixed, so I mean, if this is fixed by the time the game comes out, and I'm kind of sure that this is just a beta problem, if you actually go into training mode after you type in the code and all that fun stuff, and you have the beta installed, whatever, if you go into training mode so you can learn how to play the game as your pilot, and, you know, access the Titan and do all the miscellaneous things you can do with the Titan, when you're in training mode doing this, you can actually have someone, or at least this is what happened to me. This could be just an Xbox problem, which I doubt, because of multiple things happened afterwards, but someone joined my party and it pulled me out of the game, or out of the training mode, and then it threw me into a matchmaking with one of my buddies that just joined my party. Now, he didn't send me an invite or anything. He just joined my party. He just joined to chat with me, and that was it. And then it pulled me out and put me into his game, and then he was freaking out because he's like, whoa, how'd that happen? And then I'm just freaking out because I was enjoying my time in the training mode, because I was doing some new things like wall running and whatnot, and then all of a sudden I get pulled out of it, and then I had to restart because of that. And I don't know, it just really pissed me off at the time. and it's not, you know, enough to make me go like, oh, this is a 6 out of 10, but everything is good, and that was just a little bug, and I'm sure they can fix it as soon as they get a report on it. And that's another thing I gotta mention that's really good about Respawn Entertainment so far for everything that has happened with the beta, including Microsoft with their Xbox One support as well. Everything has been very, very smooth. Every single person I've talked to that's played with the beta, when the servers went down for a little bit because they had to fix something, they did it very, very quickly and very, very efficiently. I think it even went down a second time and they fixed it like even faster. So it's like, you know, their support is very good. So I am very sure if this is an actual problem I was talking about, then they're going to fix it pretty fast. But going back to that issue that I had, I'm like, you know what, hey buddy, can you just exit my party real fast? I want to try something out. So he exited my party. I was the only one in my party, and I exited his game afterwards, and I went to the main menu, I clicked play, and then it brought me straight into his game. Now, for the people who do not have the beta, just understand, after you click play from the main menu, it brings you to a screen where you're able to choose on training, you're able to choose, you know, matchmaking, and then choose your mode. It doesn't just bring you into matchmaking and just chooses, you know, a certain mode for you, and that's exactly what it did when it had me join his matchmaking thing. And it's weird because it's like, you know, he didn't send me any invites, he didn't send me any party invites, nothing happened, there was no connection between me and him after that point. And then, you know what, I'm like, hey, alright, I'm going to exit my party, see what happens then. And the weird thing is, it actually worked when I exited my own party. Now, I don't know what that even has to do with him. I mean, he was in it, or if there's still connection between me and him and the party, even though he left. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but, you know, it's just a small thing, and I'm sure they'll be able to fix it as soon as they can. But now jumping back into my impressions of things, I would have to say the game modes that they have so far are pretty good. Hopefully there are a lot more when it comes to the release of the game, which I'm sure there is, because I know they're really lessening down the things we're able to do within the beta. You're only even allowed to rank up to rank 15, and you're only allowed to get so many things within, you know, a couple ranks. So they're definitely really limiting us to what we can do with the maps and the modes. But the modes that they have on there so far are pretty cool. Hopefully they have some sort of alternative, so if you don't really feel like playing against you know, half of the other team being bots, and that's pretty much how it is with hardpoint and attrition. You have these bots on the other team, or they're actually called grunts, or these drones, whatever you really want to call them. And it's really easy to kill them. If I didn't say that already, it's really easy to kill them. I mean, you could just bust in a building, have 5 of them standing there, and you can kill every single one of them, and you wouldn't really have a red screen, and you wouldn't die. It's really easy to do, trust me. Especially after you played a couple games and you're used to how the gameplay flows, you can kill grunts like no other. It's just really easy to do. So I don't know if they're going to step up the gameplay of these drones when the actual game comes out and have them be able to, you know, kill you a lot quicker. And it seems like the bullets that come out of their guns hurt you a little less than it does the actual regular player. And especially Titans. Like Titans, they shoot you once you're dead. But, you know, just getting to the point, the grunts, they're weak, they're not very aware of what's going on, and they're not really that intelligent for being an artificial intelligence, especially taking place in the future. I would expect it to be a little more up than that. Of course, they're trying to balance the game. Of course, I understand that, but they need to have like an alternative mode to where you can even like, or maybe even private match, to where you can like up the intelligence a little bit on these bastards so that they can, you know, find you a little better and notice that you're around them a little better. And also have a mode or some sort of like playlist of modes where you can have literally no bots at all. And I think this would definitely balance the game out a lot, because then people would be able to choose, okay, I don't really like playing against half the team being artificial intelligence. I just don't like that fact, so I'll go play in this playlist. And then people are like, all right, well, I like things to be very fast-paced. I like, you know, things to get a little mixed up from my average, you know, shooter. So I'm going to go ahead and play with these bots and play against these other humans and just do everything how the game was really meant to be played. And as I said, this game is still in its beta stage. They do have room and time to improve and add things in, so just be sure that you guys know that. It's already a great game, so you guys definitely need to try it out. And by the time the game comes out, it's going to be even better. They're going to have more features. They're going to have more things you to play around with. it's just going to be all around awesome, and so far I am loving it. So if you guys do want to play with me, you can message my gamer tag. I have it on the screen right now. Just send me a message on my Xbox One, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can so we can get a game together. If you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like down below to show your support. If you guys want to see more videos like this and you want to get updates every single time I make a guide or a tip and trick video, you guys can subscribe to my channel to stay on top of your game and make sure you are staying better than the other players. So thank you guys for watching today, and I'll see you guys next time.